I'm going to give you guys a tip today on how to deal with spices when you're camping. I know that spices and carrying spices can be a real challenge. I've had people ask me, if you could only carry 5, what would they be? We like Mexican flavors a lot. We also like Italian and we like Greek. We kind of like everything. Garlic goes with everything, so garlic is one for sure. I'm probably gonna carry a basil. I might do a fresh basil, but usually dried if we're doing Italian for that trip. Definitely cumin, because cumin is awesome in Mexican recipes. And then if I have 2 left, it kind of depends. I always want some kind of heat, so it might be a chili powder, or it might be red pepper flakes, or it might be, what's the other hot one? I can't think of the name of it right now. What is it? Cayenne pepper. Holy, I hate when that happens. And then the last one is kind of like whatever we're feeling for. So if it's Greek, it might be oregano, but I also like curry powder. I like to use things that have a real distinctive flavor. So an easy way to do that is with a spice, but like if you don't use it a lot, that isn't going to be something that you carry. Anyway, the good news is you're not limited to 5. We have one of these things that everybody seems to have, these multi-spice things. This one has paprika, curry, cayenne, garlic, salt, black pepper, and regular salt. The bad thing is that after some time, like the lid doesn't really stay closed, so it's not like it is secure. If you're in any moisture, you might find that the spices begin to like stick and they're really hard to shake out. So actually, as much as this is kind of convenient if you're really limited on space, I would rather carry my own. You can do a couple of things. The one thing that I do is I carry my spices in this container. Sometimes it's not full, sometimes it is full based on whatever I'm doing for the trip. Pay attention to the bottles that you're using. The really cool thing about this is these square bottles fit really nicely in here, and you can fit 3 across and you could fill the whole thing. Once you begin to get into different shapes of jars, then like it kind of doesn't fit so nice and tight together. If you're using the canned things, these things are great. They can fit 4 across. So depending on where you're putting it in your RV, you will want to like kind of size the container that's holding everything to whatever particular cabinet you're going to put it in. This size of this container is a little over 11 inches on the outside, plus with this little lip, it's going to be about a foot. This measurement is about 6. So about 6 by 12 is what it takes up. The thing that I really like about these clear plastic containers is that you can see through them. After our first experiences with mice, I decided that everything that wasn't in a hard container needed to go in some other kind of hard container. We actually have storage bins that completely close up. That's where I put my things like rice or cereal or something that mice can actually get into. But for canned goods and for spices, they can stay in an open container like this, and they're really easy to access. These get stacked in my pantry on top of other storage boxes. The thing that you need to think about is when you're dealing with storage problems, and you're dealing with little things, the thing that you need to do first is figure out where the big stuff needs to go, because the big stuff can only go in so many spots, but the little stuff can go in a lot of different spots. So choose your container wisely. You might have a little skinny cabinet, like the ones that are on the side of most couches. The little armrests on the side of the couches that like are really hard to get to, especially if you have a door that opens from the front instead of opening from the top. Instead of using a container like this, you can use something like the bigger first aid kits that open, they have latches. You can take a container like that, put spice jars in them and shove it in there. That space is kind of like hard to really fit anything useful in there. The other cool thing, when you do that, you're gonna get into the cabinet, pull out your first aid kit that's filled with spices, use it, cook with it, close it back up, put it away. They're all together, they're all in one space. You only access them when you need them. There you go. Don't let meal planning be a chore. Use my free printable camping meal template. It will help you get organized, and it's free and you're gonna love it. I'll leave the link below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you're notified every time I do a new recipe.